Like it's always said that the best time to buy or the best time to go into any investment, especially capital market, is now. Welcome back to my channel. So let's continue our series on spotlighting, talking about stock market and the shares, when to buy, when to sell. I've been on this for a while now, and if you're following this channel very well, you will understand that we've been spotlighting stocks, their performance and how they've been for the past few years. So today we're going to talk about banking. Stocks in banking. So there are stocks in beverages, there are stocks in oil and gas, there are stocks in the financial. So today we are going to talk about banking. Recently, especially in this year 2025, we've seen a lot happening around the banking sector. In fact, if you check the closing trading stock every day, most gains and most profit taking is always around the banking stocks. So what is new? What has suddenly changed from the banking sector that before now we saw bank stocks practically crawling? So what has changed between then and now? So we're going to spotlight one stock in banking, but let me just speak generally to what has changed. Recently, the CBN said, okay, they want banks to recapitalize just for them to be sure that these banks that are operational, or the banks that you and I, while we are saving our money, we are safe, to be sure that these banks are also strong enough, to cater for, to put some level of security on our savings. So recapitalization has been the order of the day right from the start of the year, and in fact since last year 2024 to this 2025. So because of that, banks were also allowed to raise right issues, just to raise money, and reinvest in banking. So we've seen so many banks having right issue right from last year 2024 up to this year 2025, just to raise money and do the needful. We've also seen banks that were unable to recapitalize, able to get the required amount from the CBN, going to merge with other banks through merger and acquisition, also to get themselves recapitalized. Today, what are we talking about? First of all, are you just coming across this video? Have you seen my face? Are you just seeing my face for the first time? I will encourage you to subscribe, like, share. Let's stay on this glue as we bring you more of investment in banking, talk about energy and things that affect you and I directly. So we are spotlighting just one stock today, and maybe coincidentally I noticed that I'm wearing their color. Okay, so we are spotlighting Fidelity Bank. Fidelity Bank is what we are spotlighting. So let me give you a brief history about Fidelity Bank. Sometime in 2008, Fidelity had a public offer. Fidelity had a public offer of 8 naira per share in 2008. And after the public offer, the stock, with the emergence of CSCS, a lot of people, in the days of hard copy of share certificate, and after a while, that stock wasn't doing well. Between 2009, 2010, even as far back as 2013-14, Fidelity was trading below 3 naira. Yes, the records are there, the statistics is there, you can go Google it and check. Fidelity Bank was trading below 3 naira. So it got to a point, the stock goes up, down, and did not really, in fact, the confidence of the investors and the shareholders also was a bit, in doubt. People were not really investing so much in that stock. But let's fast forward from there. Fidelity were able to go out of their worst days, and then they came to their good days. So what has changed? Fidelity Bank in 2024, that's just last year, at about June, July, announced its right issue. Yes. So Fidelity Bank announced its right issue at 9 naira 36 kobo per share. just basically below 10 naira. And a lot of people subscribe to that share. So now let's take it. As at when Fidelity was putting a right issue of 9 naira 35 kobo, 36 kobo per share, the stock was not trading at that point on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, but that was the right issue, and a lot of people subscribed, into that right issue, key in, and after the right issue, bam, Fidelity Bank bounced back. Fidelity Bank started trading from there to 10, 12, 14, 16, and got as high as 21 naira, 22 naira sometime this year, 2025. So as I speak to you at the time of this video, Fidelity Bank is trading at 20 naira. Why is it trading at 20 naira? It got far beyond 20 naira and later took a dip, got to 17, 18, and then non-balanced stock. Oftentimes people ask me this question: at what time do I need to buy a share? At what time do I need to sell that particular share? So that is when you need to understand. You cannot go into a business without understanding the basics and the fundamentals of this. So prior to this time, when Fidelity Bank wasn't making good profit, their dividend was also very poor, and because the dividend was poor, people were, lacked interest in even investing so much in the market. But you know what? The wise one at that time were busy mopping the shares. The wise one, people that are business inclined and also understand how the market works, we're busy mopping the shares. Mind you, I keep saying this over and over in almost all my videos when I talk about shares, that the purpose of capital market is for long-term basis. However, people also use the opportunity to trade in the market. But you must understand that this market is a long-time basis. So if you're buying these shares for long time, you also ensure that you are ready to wait and to keep that share for a while. So people that understood what the market was and what the dynamics of the market and how the shares market worked were busy mopping the shares for all those years. So imagine if you mop up Fidelity shares for less than 3 naira or less than 5 naira, and then you sell it after the right issue for about 10 naira, 20 naira, you've made over 300% profit, right? Then if you even took an advantage of the right issue that was, offered in 2024, June, July, that right issue spring up to almost about August, for 9 naira, or basically less than 10 naira, and today that stock is trading at 20 naira, then you have also made 100% of your investment. So why and when do you need to? Why should you invest? You should invest because investment in stock over time pays. We have seen and we have heard a lot about what Warren Buffett did, and Warren Buffett said when people are exiting the market, that's the best time to go in, and when people are going into the market, that's the best time to come out. So you must understand how the capital market works. Now, if you had invested in the right issue, by today you're having 100%, and if you decide to push it further, you are having over 100% profit on return on investment, and also keeping that stock for a long time. So when is the right time to buy? Are you ready to take those risks? When is the best time to sell? So like I tell people, first of all, for you to go into the trading of stock, whether as a trader or as a long-term investor, or as for the purpose of investment or whatever it is, you must first of all have the CSCS account. What is the CSCS account? It's a Central Clearing System account that helps you to trade directly on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. So gone are those days where people, buy shares on paper, the days of hard copies of share certificate. Now everything is being done electronically. So it's to first of all on a CSS account with a broker. There are several brokers, in the country. Get yourself acquainted, registered with one. That now gives you right and opportunity to trade. Then the second thing to do is, where do you have interest? How much capital do you have? There are blue chip stocks, there are penny stock. A penny stock today can decide to be a blue chip stock tomorrow. So let's take example from the Fidelity. So back the days, Fidelity was trading below 5 naira. So that was a penny stock. Today, Fidelity cannot be classified under penny stock.